16-yard run to score 12 rather. That quarter, but Adam in the second quarter, Adam Albertini scampered in from 3 yards out right before the half, bringing our halftime score to 50-16 in favor of St. Paul. For Chetopa, they were led by number 24, Venata, who's been playing some quarterback for him. He had 5 rushes for 11 yards. Johnson, number 55, the big fullback, has 9 carries but only 6 yards. He's been really grinding it out inside. And then Walker, who made the nice touchdown return for Chetopa, he had 2 rushes in the first half for just 1 net yard. Now on the receiving side of things and passing, Chetopa's been a little better. Venata playing quarterback, he has 12 passes for 67 yards, including the 18-yard touchdown pass to number 7, Cade Hoppick, who had 3 receptions for 27 yards and a touchdown. Walker also had 3 receptions for 25 yards in the first half for Chetopa. Penalty-wise, Chetopa 2 penalties for 8 yards. St. Paul just 1 penalty, but it was a 10-yarder in the first half. Chetopa did have 1 turnover on the fumble in the first half.
I know you don't keep up to game-by-game stats, Mike, but Albertini's got to be bumping on 1,000 yards.
He's got to be knocking on the door real close, yeah.
And we'll have to check with Coach Watrick next week
to
see how close
he
is.
We'll try to get that
with game 8. But great job on stats there, Mike, at the Love Health halftime show as St. Paul deferred to start the game as they had won the toss. So they will be receiving this second half kick. And I'm not just talking 1,000 yards. I'm talking about 1,000-yard rushing on the ground, not counting total yards.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be bumping on 200 yards in the last 2 games each. So he'll be close to 400 yards in the last 2 games. And this is game number 7 for the Indians, as the Indians get set to receive this kick from Venata. Thank you everybody for joining us for our Labette Health halftime show and our Richie's Pharmacy pregame show. Stick around for our KW Trucking postgame show after the conclusion of this game, as we are 12 minutes on the clock here in the third quarter. Indians lead 50-16. Albertini back deep. Venata with the ball teed up at his own 30. Here comes a kick, short kick to the right side. Gets away from the first wave, and the Indians get on the football at the 34-yard line. I think it's Kennedy comes up off the pile as the Hornets, again, keep it away from Albertini, and the Indians will take over first and 10. Great field position at their own 34-yard line.
St. Paul look to keep the pressure on here on offense.
As Albertini comes from the sideline with the play, Hornets set on defense. And it's going to be an I formation. Carlson a fullback, Kennedy at tailback, Albertini up under center. As everybody gets set first and 10 for the Indians. And there's a flinch, and that's going to be a false start on Hayden Smith. He was drawn off by the defender. Hoppick jumped a little bit, but Smith flinched with Hoppick and made him jump. So it's going to be a false start. It'll be first and 15 for the Indians. Back them up inside their own 30 to the 29.
Not the way you want to start the second half with a penalty on the first play.
Looks like Austin O'Hara at left guard for the Indians. Here's a snap. Handoff to Kennedy. Cuts back towards the middle of the field. Breaks a tackle. Gets around the left side. Has a first down and across midfield down to the 32-yard line. Good run by Keaton Kennedy around the left side. 17-yard run for Kennedy. First down for the Indians. First and 10 for the Indians with a 17-yard run by Keaton Kennedy. 11:45 left to go here in the third quarter. Indians lead 50-16. Albertini up under center. Carlson a fullback. Kennedy at tailback. Here comes the snap. Run the option to right side. He's going to keep it. Pitches it to Kennedy. Kennedy reels it in. He's just going to have a couple-yard gain, maybe a yard, maybe 2 yards on first down as the belly option, as the Hornets stayed home nicely on that. And Albertini pitches it to Kennedy for a 1-yard gain. It'd be second down and 9. The ball spotted at the Hornet 30. Indians right back up the line of scrimmage in the I. Carlson a fullback, Kennedy at tailback. Here's the snap. Albertini's going to keep it off the left side. Fakes. Bumps up the middle, breaks the tackle. Ball pops loose right into a Hornet hand. That ball flew backwards as Albertini had it popped out of his hands after he was close to a first down. It flew behind him 5 yards on the fly and lit right in a Hornet's hands.
Yeah, that couldn't have gone any worse for St. Paul. Albertini got hit, and he got hit right in the ball as he spun around and came out and landed right in the defender's hands. He didn't even have to do anything except hold on to it.
First and 10 for the Hornets from their own 23-yard line. First turnover on the night against the Indians as Albertini coughs it up.
Not much you can do about this.
Just a good hard hit right on the football.
Yeah, a lot of credit to the defender for making a good hit.
As Albertini approached the first down. Two receivers wide to the left. In the pistol is Veneta. Set to his left is Johnson. Here comes the snap. Veneta back to pass. Looks to the right side on the out, and it falls incomplete. Kennedy on the coverage. A little short of Hoppick was the pass. It'll be second down and 10. Second and 10. Ball spotted at the 23-yard line of the Hornets. Just underway here in the third quarter. 10:46 left to go in the third. Clock stopped off the incompletion. 50-16 Indians lead. Hornets going to have to hustle up the line of scrimmage, but they've taken a lot of time getting the play in from the sideline as they come to the line of scrimmage. Two receivers wide to the left. The count is on, and they're just now getting set. Veneta in the pistol. Gets it off in time. Looks to pass. Across the middle. Hoppick on the reception. Kennedy on the coverage. It's going to be about a 5-6 yard gain. It's going to bring up third down and 5 for the Hornets on the 5-yard pass completion from Veneta to Hoppick. Big third down for the Indians defense, coming off of a turnover after they was driving the ball on the Hornets. Third down and 5. Ball spotted at their own 28. They need to get up to the 33-yard line for a first down. Veneta in with the play. Two receivers wide to the right is Walker and Hoppick. In the pistol is Veneta. Set to his left is Johnson. Here comes the snap. Good snap. Going to go deep for Walker. Over, throws him by. Good coverage by Haney. Got his hand up. May have got a fingertip on it, but over the head of Walker, so it's going to be fourth down and 5.
Walker had a step on the defender there and is just overthrown just a bit. It touched his hands, but it's just a little bit overthrown.
Pretty decent coverage by Haney, running step for step, maybe a couple steps behind Walker, but his good frame is 6-foot-plus frame and long arms, got his arms up, and maybe just a touch overthrew over Walker's head.
Walker's still got a little bit of a limp, but it's not affecting him when it's a live play for sure.
Fourth down and 5. Ball still spotted at 28. Two receivers out wide to the right. It looks like the Hornets are going to go for it from their own 28.
Watch that quick kick.
Pistol formation. And it is going to be a quick kick. Ooh, partially blocked, I believe. It's going to be a short kick. Now it's going to get a little bit of a Hornet roll, and that's pretty dangerous. He's only about 3-4 yards from the line of scrimmage. He catches that quick
not
and
very
gets
deep.
Got it out of there. So the Indians football, first and 10 from their own 28-yard line, 27-yard line. 25-yard punt, Mike, something like that, looks like.
Yeah.
First and 10 for the Indians from their own 28. 9:42 left to go here in the third quarter. 50-16, Indians lead. Second possession of the half for them. Last possession resulted in a Albertini fumble. As Albertini takes the pistol snap. Starts off to his right, bounces to the outside. He's got a lot of room out there. Turns the gas on. Veneta drags him down from behind, but not until he's to the Hornet 20-yard line. 34-yard run by Albertini down to, well, we're going to give him 33 because he stepped out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Good, hard first down run. Good blocking by the Indians as it looked like maybe Albertini was going to slip around down that sideline, but Veneta doing a good job of running him down. I formation. Carlson at fullback. Hayden Smith at tailback. Hand off to Hayden Smith off the right side. Puts his shoulder pad down. It's going to have a short gain on the play. A gain of 1 or 2 on the play. It's going to bring second down and 8.
That run put Albertini over 200 yards on the game.
Kennedy back in the game for the Indians as Smith goes out. Second down and 8. Ball across the 20 to the 19-yard line on that 2-yard run by Smith. I formation. Carlson at fullback. Kennedy at tailback. Albertini up under center. Option to the left side. Gives it to Carlson. Good hard run by Colin Carlson. He's going to get down to the 15-yard line. A gain of another 3 or 4 for the Indians, giving 4. It's going to bring a third down and a long 3 for the Indians. Ball across the 15, just across the 15-yard line. Third down and 3 for the Indians from the Hornet 15-yard line. 8:28 left to go in the third. Indians lead 50-16. One receiver out wide to the right is Hayden Smith. In the pistol is Albertini. Set to his left is Carlson. Motion from right to left. Carlson has it off the right side. Shoulder pads down. First down for Colin Carlson. He needed 3. He got about 3.5 or 4 yards, giving 4 inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line.
Carlson, good hard runner, just puts that shoulder down, and if you're in his way, you're going to get hit by him when he's carrying the ball.
You are going to feel it. First and goal for the Indians. Ball spotted right on the 10-yard line, Mike. 4 plays to get 10 yards. Hayden Smith splits wide to the left. Pistol formation. Set to Albertini's right is Carlson. Here comes the snap. Motion from left to right from Smith. Hands it to Smith. Smith tries to get to the corner. Puts a move on. Spins to the middle. Good hard run by Hayden Smith. He's going to, good hard run, is only going to net him about 2 yards down to the 8, maybe 7.5 yard line. The little flip from Albertini to Smith as he went in motion from left to right as he crossed in front of him after the ball was snapped. Second and goal. Ball spotted about the 7, so we're going to give him a 3-yard gain on first down. Albertini in the pistol. Hand off to Easton Smith around the left side, trying to get to the corner, turning the gas on. Put your shoulder pad down. Touchdown.
Easton Dent.
Easton Smith. Boy, I got Smith on the brain tonight, don't I?
guess so.
Too many Smiths on the roster, and there's only 2 of them. Either way, Easton Dent. Is that his first touchdown of the year, Mike?
First touchdown of the year, 6-yard touchdown run, Easton
I think
Dent.
it's first touchdown of the year for Easton Dent as he really showed his speed getting around that left-hand side. 56-16. Indians lead with 7:13 left to go in the third, pending extra point.
That's what St. Paul needs, another offensive weapon, isn't it?
In the pistol is Albertini. Easton Dent set to the right. Colin Carlson to the left. A high snap over Albertini's head. He rolls to the right. Now he sprints down the middle of the field, trying to make some room for himself. Gets away from 2 or 3 Hornets, and he's going to get into the end zone. That kid is something else, man.
I don't know how he did it, but he got there, and
he
that's what they needed.
He got walloped at the goal line,
He
too.
got hit.
But he got the ball across the goal line. Extra point is good, as that was a bad snap again, as he had to retreat almost back to his own 20. He still wanted to set his feet and throw the ball, but good coverage by the Hornets, so he had to scramble away, and he's like a bobblehead doll.
Boy,
it's hard to get a hold of.
There's no way to if once you catch him, you ever get him on the ground quick, because he's going to try to get away, and usually does.
58-16, Indians lead big here with 7:13 left to go here in the third quarter. We're going to go ahead and stay here as the Indians' first possession of the second half ended up being a turnover on the Indians, but their second possession, they drive it right down the field, and Easton Dent gets his first 6 points of the year on the ground on a 7-yard touchdown run, and Adam Albertini with the extra point. It makes the score 58-16.
Yeah, you see, put Easton Dent into the equation there in the backfield. Now you've got Dent and Carlson, who are both going to be a load, and they're both going to for sure hit you. You've got Keaton Kennedy and Adam Albertini, more of the finesse type runners, and be able to juke and jive, get around people, and make things happen with their feet. And really, that's something to really, be aware of, and it's got to put fear in a lot of other teams when they're watching film. See that many weapons on offense in the backfield.
Walker stands inside his own 5. Murillo's kick is going to be taken by the up back about the 12. Off to the right as Kennedy falls down, so he's got some running room. He's got some room. Murillo tries to track him down, and he's going to score a touchdown. That's number 2, D. Smith, on the return for the Hornets, and that's going to result in a Hornet touchdown. No flags on the play, so that takes the score to 58-22 with 7:01 left to go in the third.
Special teams, the weak spot for St. Paul tonight.
That's 2 touchdowns off of special teams. As I could see that problem occurring when Keaton Kennedy, no block, he just got his foot tangled up in the grass, went down, and that's the side Smith came around on. Murillo should have dove at his feet. He tried to reach out and grab him by the shoulder pad. and just missed him. He was the last line of defense for the Indians. Veneta in the pistol. Hoppick set to his right, or split out wide to the right. Veneta to pass it. Hoppick on the out is knocked down by Haney, almost picked off. So it falls incomplete. So it's 58-22 is the score. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. You're listening to St. Paul football on Hot 105. Welcome back to Chetopa, Kansas. Back-to-back touchdowns by each team. Indians had a nice drive of themselves on their second possession. Now a kickoff return by the Hornets brings the score back to 58-22. 7:01 left to go here in the third quarter as the Hornets get set to kick off to the Indians.
Another special teams breakdown there by the Indians, allowing that kickoff return go all the way for a touchdown. Did that in the first half and bit them again here in the second half. What happens is they get past that first wave of coverage down there, and then there's really, once they're past that first line, then you're just off to the races trying to play catch up, and just didn't have the speed that time to catch Smith as he ran down the sideline.
Coach Watrick getting some younger players in and giving people like Albertini and Carlson a little break on that kickoff coverage, and it really shows as Veneta is set to kick the ball off. Albertini back deep, squibs it off to the left side this time, and Chase Bradshaw jumps right down on it. It's going to be great field position for the Indians. 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. 7:01 left to go in the third. 58-22 Indians lead. 2 of the Hornet touchdowns has been on kickoff returns. Albertini comes in from the sideline with the play. Bradshaw comes up over the football. I formation. Dent at fullback. Carlson at tailback. Albertini under center. Hand off to Carlson. Right side's got some running room. Up the middle he goes. Still running hard. Stretches for a first down. Drug a Hornet with him for the last 3 yards. 1st and 10. That was Johnson, too. Wasn't a small one.
Yeah, it wasn't a small one.
1st and 10 for the Indians. 11-yard gain on first down for Colin Carlson. He probably really smiling back there at halfback, seeing Dent in front of him, lead blocking for him.
Make him feel pretty good.
It's usually him. Dent at fullback, Carlson at tailback, Albertini up under center. Hand off to Carlson. Left side, he's going to cut down at the line of scrimmage. This time, short gain of the play, maybe a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. 2nd and 9, ball spotted at the 31. 6:32 left to go in the third. 58-22 Indians lead. A point of emphasis this week at practice will be special teams.
You bet.
For sure, and kickoff
and extra
coverage.
Points.
Ivan Murillo has done a pretty good job about, I'd say, 7 out of 10 times kicking in the end zone. But tonight with this wet, soggy, colder temperatures, he's generally kicking about to the 5-yard line. Albertini with the pistol. Takes it from his own 31. Cuts back to the center of the field. He's going to be chopped down after a 3-yard gain. Good coverage by the Hornets to get him down. It'll be bring up a big 3rd down and let's call it 4. Ball spotted at the Hornet 26-yard line. 5:42 left to go in the third. 58-22. Indians lead. Albertini in the pistol. Set to his right is Keaton Kennedy. Slot to the right is Carlson. Keaton Kennedy off the left side. He's got some running room. Cuts back. 10, 5. Stretches for the end zone. Touchdown. Keaton Kennedy with a 26-yard scamper around the right side. Stretches that football over the goal line for the Indian touchdown. 64-22 Indians lead by 42. Pending the extra point here with 5:21 left to go here in the third. Good hard run by Keaton Kennedy. Started off that right side, bounced the outside, made one good move. Saw the pylon, sprinted for it, stretched the football across it, hit about the 2-yard line. I formation, Carlson at fullback, Kennedy at tailback. He's going to roll out to his right is Albertini. He's going to throw it late to Carlson, and 2 feet down. It's a catch, and extra point is good. Good field awareness by Carlson to get both feet toe-tapped inside that out-of-bounds line, and extra point is good, and the score is 66-22. 5:21 left to go in the third. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. Let's St. Paul football on Hot 105. Welcome back to Chetopa, Kansas. 5:21 left to go in the third. Innings lead 66-22. Putting a lot of points on the board here tonight, Mike.
Yeah, it's keeping me busy over here. There's been a lot of big plays, big runs, especially by Adam Albertini. But Keaton Kennedy putting together a nice little game on offense. That's his second rushing touchdown, 81 yards on 10 carries, so averaging 8 yards a carry. Not a bad night for Keaton either.
Murillo approaches the kick. It's going to be a short kick off down the sideline, and it goes out of bounds. Hayden Smith had a shot
had a
at
chance
it.
at it.
It wasn't intended to be an onside kick. I guarantee you that.
No.
Just went off the side of Murillo's foot terribly, but Hayden Smith on that right side probably wasn't prepared, but with a little more planning, he could have dove on that before it went out of bounds. So we'll back up 5 yards. Well, actually, Chetopa will take the football, I assume, at their own 35-yard line. I believe they will. What is that, Mike? 9 or 10 touchdowns for the Indians? I think it's probably 9.
I have to count them up, yeah.
Well, extra points. 10 would be 60, so I'm going to guess it's 9 touchdowns. First and 10 for the Hornets.
Yep, 9.
Ball spotted at their own 35. I formation. Vanetta under center. Johnson at fullback. Walker at tailback. Here comes the snap. Hand off to Johnson. They really like that play right up the middle, and he's still driving hard and hit twice.
There's going to be a flag.
No, the whistle wasn't blown.
Well,
as
I
he
thought
was
I heard
still
the whistle
driving
right
his feet.
before that. Good play by
Carlson comes up and forward progress. It's going to be a nice 3-yard gain on first down by Johnson. Maybe second down and 7 as the ball is spotted at the Hornet 39-yard line. Good field position on this drive for the Hornets as Murillo's kick went out of bounds at the Hornet 35-yard line. Second down and 7. Looks like Wilson Smith back in there, nose guard, Mike. It's pistol formation this time for the Hornets. Good snap. Vanetta's going to keep it. Starts up the middle, bottled up there as they try to push a pile forward, and he's going to fall forward for a nice forward progress. It's going to bring up third down and call it 4 for the Hornets. Ball down to the 37-yard line. Set the defense. I see Hayden Smith in there at the D-back. We got Bradshaw at right defensive end, Gib Carter at left defensive end, Wilson Smith at nose guard, Keaton Kennedy, Colin Carlson, and Easton Dent rounding up the linebackers, and Kenny Haney and Hayden Smith at the cornerback positions. Vanetta up under center, Johnson at fullback, Walker at tailback. Here comes the snap. Hand off to Walker this time. Oh, he smacked hard. Looked like Wilson Smith maybe got in there and got a good shot. And it's going to be fourth down. That's going to be no gain on the play. I see Colin Carlson getting up off the pile. Wilson Smith got up off the pile. Fourth down and 3 for the Hornets. Ball spotted at the 37.5-yard line.
Talking about how St. Paul's run defense has been doing such a good job tonight. For instance, Johnson's been their leading rusher. He had 10 carries. But he's only got 9 yards rushing, so good job by the St. Paul defensive front for sure.
Fourth down and 3. They need to get to the 35 of the Indians, so about 2.5 yards to go for a first down. Big fourth down play by the Indians defense. Here's the snap. Pitch out to Walker, and he's going to have that first down. Now there's a flag comes in late.
That'd be a hold.
I don't know if it's a hold or a face mask. I didn't see a face mask, but it was thrown kind of late past the line of scrimmage. Right at the first down mark. He had the first down, holding on the Hornets. So you're right, Mike. It was a holding. That's going to push them back 10 yards from the spot. Should bring up 4th down and 10 for the Hornets, as that's going to back them up to their own 35-yard line, as Walker had that first down by a couple yards.
Only the 3rd penalty, 4th overall on the night, so been a pretty clean ball game by both teams, really.
4th and 10 for the Hornets from their own 35. So the Indians defense got a break there. As Carlson goes out of the game, as Adam Albertini comes back in. Not sure what Carlson had to go out for, but he goes out for a minute.
Got up a little bit slow. I don't know if
it might be that thumb.
Yeah, it might be his thumb.
As timeout for the Hornets. So with that timeout, we're going to go ahead and take a timeout. Take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to St. Paul football on Hot 105.
Boy, Walker's a tough kid. Walker's a tough kid.
Yeah, he is. We got stepped on or what, but Colin's hurting. You can tell because look at him. He's over there rocking back and forth.
I saw when he got up that last time, get up slow.
Welcome back to Chetopa, Kansas. A big 4th and 10 for the Hornets as they come out of their timeout. In the pistol is Vanetta. One receiver wide to the left. Johnson set to him. Now motion from left to right from Walker. Back to pass is Vanetta. Looking. Under a little pressure from Wilson Smith. Now he's going to scramble. Dent hits him, and they drag him down short of the first down. He's only going to get 4. He needed 10. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians. Ball spotted in Hornet territory at the 39-yard line. Colin Carlson still moving around a lot over on the sideline. It looks like a lot of pains. He, just to explain to everybody how tough he is, 2 weeks ago.
Yep, two games ago. Yeah,
2 games ago, so this will be the 3rd game. He had his hand stepped on by Easton Dent, his own teammate, obviously unintentional, and it ripped his thumbnail clear off, and he's been playing with that bandaged up, and boy, there's no way that's coming from football. And it's going to be a timeout by the Indians now. We're going to go ahead and stay here, Mike. 2:33 left to go in the 3rd, 66-22. And what's been a offensive game for the Indians with 66 points on the board, but also the Hornets. Indians defense give up 1 touchdown. Their special teams give up 2 to kickoff returns by the Hornets.
Yeah, it's been one of those games where St. Paul's had some opportunities that they haven't been able to take advantage of. They've had some breakdowns, especially on special teams, but you know, it's one of those things. We talked about it some in the pregame, that some of the keys they're going to have to fix, and really they haven't so much. I guess the extra points is the main thing I'm talking about, with not being able to convert those extra points. Those are going to come in to be very important as they work their way through this latter part of the season. You need all those extra points, not only to get yourself out if you have a chance to get out early, but also to get those points on the board, because in a tight game, that can make all the difference in the world. You miss 4 or 5 of those, and you're leaving 10 points on the field.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians when they come out of this timeout from the Hornet 39-yard line. As Albertini comes in off the sideline with the play. Easton Dent at fullback, Keaton Kennedy at tailback, Albertini under center. Here comes the snap. Hand off to Kennedy off the right side. Cuts the middle. He's got some running room. He's going to have a first down as the
official right in his way. Can he help out?
Official just about made the tackle.
How about had to put him down for a tackle, didn't
he?
He
was trying to get out of the way of everybody and wasn't having much success out of. First down for the Indians. Good hard 10-yard run by Keaton Kennedy. First down for the Indians. Ball now at the Hornet 28-yard line. Albertini up under center. Dent at fullback. Kennedy at tailback. Here comes the snap. Hand off to Kennedy again. Same play. Looking for some run room. Cuts back to middle of the field. Have a nice 8-yard run on first down. Keaton Kennedy running hard behind the lead blocking of Easton Dent. It'll be second down and 2. Now the I didn't see the flag.
I didn't see the flag either.
Excuse me. Flag back at the 28. Holding against the Indians, so that'll make it first and about 19 from the flag, it appears. As they will repeat first down, spot foul. It was thrown at the 28. Ball will be way back at the 38. So it'll be first and call it 19 for the Indians from the Hornet 38 now. A lot of youngsters in there now as Bradshaw still stays in at center. I see Hayden Smith and Austin O'Hara at the left guard and left tight end. Here's the snap. Kennedy with the ball again. Cuts back to the middle of the field. Has a nice 10, 11, 12-yard gain. Still running hard. Drugged down at the 25-yard line. So a good 15-yard run. Let's give him 14 on first down. And it's going to bring up a second down and manageable. Second down and 6 for the Indians. Ball at the 25. The Indians come up to line of scrimmage. Gibb Carter at right guard. Kenny Haney at right tight end. Up under center is Adam Albertini. Hand off to Kennedy again. Exact same play. Working on that right side. He's going to be close to a first down as he gets across the 20. And he is going to have a first down. So a nice 6-yard gain for Kennedy. So 2 carries for 19 yards. 20 yards gives the Indians a first down after the big holding call pushed him back to a first and 19.
Giving Albertini a little bit of a break here from running duties and letting Keaton Kennedy take the load, and he's doing a good job.
Same formation. This time it's pitch Kennedy around the left-hand side. Lead blocker Easton Dent, good block. And Kennedy's going to be ripped down, but not until he crosses the 10 down to the 8-yard line. Keaton Kennedy really running hard tonight, Mike.
Yeah, he is.
He's been fighting a little bit of a left shoulder injury, but so far tonight, no problem there as he gets down across the 10 to the 8-yard line. Easton Dent with a nice lead block. Springs him around that left side. And another 10-yard gain for Kennedy.
Kennedy knocking on the door of 100 yards himself here.
Kennedy with the football down across, drags a defender inside the 5. Good hard run off the misdirection that time. Dent went left. Kennedy went right. Kennedy got the football. And he gains about 5 yards down across the 5 to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from the 4. If the Indians score here, it will be the ball game. They've been really running behind that right side, Mike, behind Gibb Carter. Hand off to Kennedy, right side, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indians, and that's the ball game. So with 12 seconds left of the third, the Indians win this ball game 72-22. 50-point victory for the Indians. Nice road victory. Stick around for our KW Trucking post-game show after this 1-minute timeout. You're in St. Paul football on Hot 105. We're going to go ahead and sign off of the live stream here, 72-22. Join us next week where Southern Coffee County comes to town, Senior Parent Night.